Hey mama, here are my top 3 weight loss tips that are guaranteed to get you results. I myself lost over 100 pounds in a year and have kept that weight up for over 8 years now, and I want so badly the same for you. So here are 3 weight loss tips to help get you started and most importantly, get you the results that you're looking for. Okay, so tip number 1 is that we want to plan for our meals and our snacks ahead of time for the week. Okay, and now I'm not talking meal prepping, okay, because meal prepping can be a daunting task. On top of that, I don't know about you, but I'm only good for maybe like 2 leftover rounds. Like I can't eat the same thing all week long. It's very uneventful and becomes very boring, right? And that's not what we want. We want to keep things interesting. So the way you do this is first and foremost, you need to be honest with yourself. Right. And it's that honesty policy, but we got to be honest with ourselves. We have certain things that we enjoy. Okay, and we have certain types of foods. Maybe you're a salty food person, right? Like I love chips, and my body seems to only love chips after 10 p.m. at night. Okay, and maybe you crave sweets. Maybe you've got these little things that you like to indulge in. So you need to be honest with yourself when it comes to this. Okay, and so by being honest with yourself, let's say I like chips. I'm more of a salty snacker, a crunchy snacker, than I am a sweet snacker. But if you're a sweet snacker, we plan for this. We're honest with ourselves and say, I enjoy sweets. And so because of that, what are things that I can get at the store that are maybe sugar free, but still are going to satisfy that need for that indulgence? Okay. I like chips. So instead I'll get Hilo chips or Quest chips. So I have them handy. Okay, maybe like beef sticks. It's finding things and having them handy that are going to make all the difference in the world. Because if you don't, then what do? When that desire comes up, now we're raiding our fridge, right? We're like looking in the fridge, we're looking in the cupboard. And then as a mom, what do we tend to do? We tend to grab that child snack, right? Because they got all the good stuff. So we tend to grab that child snack, or we'll grab, those Oreos when you know that you like cookies. So then we should have planned for that. This is why you plan your meals and your snacks for the week ahead of time, so that you always have things readily available for you to help keep you on track. Okay, so we're not going into, that tub of ice cream at midnight. Instead, you're having the sugar-free ice cream, or instead of popcorn that your family's having, you're having Skinny Pop, right? We plan for this, and therefore it's going to help make it smooth sailing for you, okay? So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is we want to start making small changes to our favorite meals. Okay, there's a lot of ingredients. When you look at the ingredients, there's a lot of unnecessary fillers. Okay, so like panko breadcrumbs. If you like, fried foods, panko breadcrumbs, swap it out with some pork rind breadcrumbs. Okay, and they sell them at Walmart, and they're relatively cheap because it's not like you're going to eat that every day. Same with tortillas. If you have tortillas, swap it out with a low carb tortilla. If there's something that has milk in it, use half and half instead of milk. You'd be amazed at how much, if you make these little small minor changes, lead to huge results, because you'd be surprised how much unnecessary crap is in these ingredients, how high in carbs they are, and how much sugar is in things, when you can simply swap it out without jeopardizing any of that flavor. And it's the difference of whether you gain half a pound overnight or you drop half a pound overnight, eating the exact same foods. Okay, it's real simple to do, and it becomes a habit where it's like fun for me. I will look up recipes and challenge myself to make it better for me, but without sacrificing flavor. Okay, I'm not going to tell you swap out rice with cauliflower rice. That's not the same. Okay, and so, but it is wise to cut down how much of it you're having. Okay, and again, just making small substitutions will lead to huge results for you. So start by swapping out those little things in your favorite meals, because you should be able to lose weight while still eating all the foods that you enjoy. I certainly do. I refuse to give up certain foods because that's not the vibe. It doesn't sound fun. Like, what am I to deprive myself? Like, I can never have pasta again. That's ridiculous, because I love pasta. Chicken piccata is my favorite. Okay, so the third one is we want to start by tip number 3 is we want to start by ditching cheat days. Okay, the problem with calling them cheat days is we tend to go all balls to the wall here, right? We act like food is a scarcity and we're never going to see that food again. So we cram everything that we eat that we want into one 24-hour period. And you're overindulging in everything, acting as if that pizza is not going to be available tomorrow. Okay, so instead of having cheat days, because when you have one cheat day, you're spending the next entire week burning off what you consumed during that one cheat day. Okay, and I promise you, food is plentiful and all of that stuff will be here tomorrow. Okay, so instead we ditch the cheat days and instead we move into splurge meals. Okay, so allow yourself to have certain things that you enjoy. You know, maybe you're going to commit to twice a week or 3 times a week. You're going to have one meal or one snack or one dessert that you enjoy. Okay, is this making sense? Okay, so by doing that, you're spacing it out. Okay, and so it actually will balance out. You'll still get the results. You'll still consistently lose weight without compiling everything into a short 1-day period. Okay, because that is so terrible. And also from a psychology standpoint, from a mindset standpoint, is your subconscious mind is that ethical part of you. So when you have cheat days and you call them cheat days, this is why the next day you feel guilty. You feel disgusted, right? You feel bad because that's that ethical part of your brain that's like, we cheated. That's not a good thing, right? If your kid came home and said they cheated on their test, what would you tell them? So why is it that when it comes to food, we put a label on it and we call it a cheat day? No, I'm going to allow myself to have this. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be making better choices naturally. If I'm going to have a splurge meal, it's not going to be a mediocre meal, right? Like I'm not going to, don't get me wrong, I love value tacos at Del Taco. But if I'm like, you know what, this is going to be my splurge, I'm going to have tacos, they're not going to be those tacos, okay? They're going to be the tacos from my favorite Mexican restaurant, right? On a good Taco Tuesday, because that's when they got the special, right? It's things like that. If you're going to have cookies, then why settle for mediocre cookies when you're going to now be like, dude, if this is my splurge meal, like I'm going to go find that one cookie, right? We all have that, we all have our favorites and our go-tos, just like kids do. Have you ever given a kid an Eggo waffle and then tried to give them the generic brand? It doesn't work. Trust me, it doesn't work. So it's the same thing with us. We have our preferred brands. We have our preferred items. So you're going to naturally be gravitating towards, if I'm going to do this, it's going to be worth it, right? I'm going to have the best one. I'm going to have to go to my favorite pasta place because that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to cook my favorite meal because that's just, it's so good, right? And you're going to naturally be making these better choices. Okay, so no cheat days. We're all having splurge meals or snack or dessert, okay? And you're going to find that you're not feeling deprived at all. In fact, you're actually enjoying that food even more now. Right? That cookie, I promise you, that cookie is going to taste a lot better when you have it as a splurge than when you just compile it all because they're not going to be here tomorrow, right? Because then you're just eating to be eating. Instead, you're actually going to start enjoying those flavors more. Your favorite foods are going to start tasting a lot better. All right? So implement those 3 weight loss tips. I promise you will get results and you will get consistent results, which is the important thing. No one wants to lose 2 pounds and gain 2 pounds back. And have it being this, vicious ping pong cycle. We don't want that. We want consistent weight loss results. And again, if you didn't watch my other video, I show you exactly how to focus on that goal so that you're consistently losing weight and not focused only on the end result. All right. So go ahead, click the link in my bio and in the description as well. I give you some free, fantastic gifts that are going to literally melt the pounds away from you. And here's the best part. You don't have to do anything for it. Okay, it's proven to work. As I try to make it as easy peasy for you as possible because you deserve to look and feel sexy AF 100% of the time. So get started, implement these, take it serious, commit to yourself because you owe it to commit to yourself and see it all the way through because you're going to be so proud of yourself and importantly enough too, so is your family, right? You'll be able to inspire them that if they stick to their commitment that they can get results in whatever they're committed to. So we lead by example. As moms, we're role models and we lead by example and it starts with making the decision to commit. All right, I got you. I'm here to support you and I will see you next time.